I've been obsessed with Virgin Island, and I have two guests from the show. Hello, girlies! It's had 9 million streams and 1.4 million viewers. It's been a massive hit. Did you guys know what you signed up for, though?
We didn't know what was going to happen in the sessions, but we kind of had an inkling. Wasn't expecting anyone to be thrown up against a wall.
Yeah.
And
No. How have you found watching it back? Do you feel like you're reliving it?
So bizarre.
sometimes I'm like, I had that conversation and I don't remember having that
Yeah.
conversation. There was one about pubes that I didn't know was going to come up, and I was watching it with my mum. She was like,
Were there any romances on the show? Because I know there was a few.
like, I hope you don't mind, but like we had a little.
We had a little thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Are you guys virgins now? Is that TMI? Oh, exclusive. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Spill with Will. Make sure you subscribe because the more subscribers, the better the guests. So today, I am so excited. I'm fangirling because I've been obsessed with Virgin Island and I have two guests from the show. Hello, girlies! It's Taylor and Holly from Virgin Island. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
I am gagged, literally, because I have been watching this show religiously. And I first watched episode 1 thinking, it was actually a bit of a random watch because I was like, I actually don't know if I'm going to get into this. And I was really like cringed out. Like I was watching it like this a lot of the time. And then after that, I'm watching the whole season because I'm glued to like, because I feel like the show kind of takes you on a bit of a journey and I watch all of your stories and stuff.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, do you want to like describe it a little bit, what the show is? 12 virgins basically go on an island.
We all go to an island and we get therapy, specifically somatic therapy. But it's very stressful to like because it's cringy. It is
Yeah,
cringy
very
because it's intimate.
intense.
I need to know though, like, okay, obviously we'll get into like Virgin Island, but I kind of want to know like what you guys are doing before the show, like what your jobs are. Like I want to know, like, just yeah.
Yeah. You want to go first?
Sure. Well, I'm a dog groomer.
Yes, yeah. I actually know that. I'm watching the show.
Yeah. Yeah, have been for a while, just kind of living my life very quietly.
Love that. And what
It's
do you
very
do?
different from our usual. At the time of the show, I was working in a hotel, and then I did a few things since I worked in like a drag bar. I did all of that kind of.
iconic.
It was amazing. And then at the moment, I'm just working back in like hospitality and bounce about with one of those. But yeah, boring.
Oh, no, I love that. So, okay, what the fuck made you apply for Virgin Island? Because obviously it's never been done before. So, like, what made you apply for the show? Obviously, you're a virgin, so maybe that probably made you apply, but...
Well, I was like 29, like nearing 29 when I first applied, and I was like, I'm losing my chance. I don't want to
Yeah.
don't want any films made about me, like 40-year-old virgin or anything like that. So I actually saw it come up on my TikTok. There's a comedian called Taylor Tomlinson who I follow.
Oh,
and
yeah, I know her. Yeah.
yeah, she had a show and she said, I think the joke was something like Channel 4's making a new show about virgins and no, it's not Lego Builders Masters or anything like that. And I was like, oh, quickly looked at the show. And then my friend, my colleague encouraged me to apply for it. And so I used that like application as like a little mini therapy session. And then you go through like, months of all of these meetings and getting like,
So it's a
whittled
long
down.
process.
Well, you had to whittle it down because there was so many applicants. So it was like a long process. You have to know what you're going in for because it's therapy.
Wow. And what was the process like for you?
For me, it was an ad on my Instagram and it just said, "Are you a virgin?" in big capitals. I was like, yeah. And it kind of started as part of like a joke. I'm like, I'm just going to fill this out as like a laugh and stuff. And my sister was like laughing with me. We were doing it together. And then I just didn't think anything of it. And
Next
then
thing you know it, you're on Virgin Island.
2 days later, I got a message being like, "We want to set up a wee interview with you." And I'm like, wait, what?
What's the process like? So obviously, like, you do like the online course, you fill out all these questions, but like, what is the process like? Do you like go for like psych tests and...
So we did like mostly interviews. They're telling you what the show is like. This is what it's going to be. Are you okay with this? Like this is kind of setting up expectations because you're not going to go in blind because that would just be cruel. And then you go to London. You meet a therapist and they decide if you're emotionally ready to do something like this because it is intense. So like it's we felt really well cared for.
That's good.
Because they were very gentle with us. They were
Yeah.
like baby birds.
It's like therapy. Like it's like therapy. Like, you know, you guys are going through like this is like a workshop, so it's quite intense. That's I honestly I'm amazed. Like I just love it. I love the whole concept. I love the idea of it. I'm excited for season 2. When did you guys find out you was going on the show, and how long did you have time to prepare for that?
We found out. Well, we kind of were told, you know, keep your calendars free. Like this will be when it will be when you're doing the interview process. I actually don't know how much notice did we get.
Not very much.
No, like
I think I got told like one random day, and then it was like, can you be in London in 2 days
yeah,
for your
it's,
interview? And I'm like, yeah. And then I think it was a couple of weeks after that, then we left for the island.
so they were like, put this in your calendar, but like you're not confirmed. Like we're still in the interview process and everything. So I'm going to my manager. I'm like, I might need 3 weeks off. And they were like, yeah, we can't give you a holiday for 3 weeks. I was like, that's can I take unpaid leave? And they were like, yeah. And then as soon as I got it, they were like, what? You got it? I was like, yeah.
How long are you out there for?
It was 3 weeks, was it?
like 2.5.
Yeah, we were out there for 2.5, but like with travel, I booked off just the solid
Yeah.
3 weeks. Came back, first thing I did, crashed out on the sofa, just like
Yeah.
emotionally worn out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so it's 2 to 3 weeks out. Where is it again?
Croatia.
Croatia.
Stunning.
And is this island actually just for virgins, or is it like is it like what?
Yeah, they check. No,
To enter, you got to be a virgin.
it's I think it's called Obanjan, and it's off of Šibenik, and it's just like a private resort. You can book there. It's got these like lovely little houses, so you can stay in the hotel. But they'd rented it out for the filming, so we were like the only people that we saw, and it was so strange. And you get so
I mean, the island looks beautiful.
It was stunning.
Like I love like the
Beautiful.
little huts, and like it just looks stunning. Like, the
I'm
weather-
not built for that. I don't know about you. We're clearly not built for the sun.
No. Oh bless.
So it was just a lot of sunscreen and like
Every morning was like a whole routine.
yeah.
Get that SPF on. I'd be like tanning outside. I'd be like loving the SPF.
That was Louise. Like she was just like, I love this. This is amazing.
That'd be holiday. For
I'm
me.
going from the shade like, yes.
So it's filmed in Croatia.
Mm-hmm.
When you first met each other, was that the first time you guys all came together? Like you,
Off the boat, like when we all arrived, we didn't speak to each other because we were all awkward as hell. But
Yeah.
like,
it's crazy seeing like how from the start to like the last episode,
Mm-hmm.
like how you guys have also like gained confidence as well. Like I feel like watching the first episode, like it was quite emotional. I feel like because everyone was a bit like insecure a little bit and like just wasn't themselves. They couldn't really express who they was, and like at the end you just see you all like come together and like I love it.
I got emotional watching it. I did. I
Same.
was like, look at the babies. Look at them.
I know. I think I cried nearly every single episode because
Me too.
yeah, like yeah. So you both have watched it back.
Yes.
How have you found watching it back? Do you feel like you're reliving it?
So bizarre.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's like reliving it all again.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, I remember that day, and then I remember what happened after, like when the cut is. I'm like, oh yeah, and then we kept on doing this, and then sometimes I'm like, I had that conversation, and I don't remember having that conversation. There was one about pubes that I didn't know was going to come up, and I was watching it with my mom. She was like,
Oh my god. Thing is, yeah, how have like your family and friends been reacting to it?
supportive for the most
Yeah,
part.
my
They don't-
family's been amazing. Like,
Oh, I love that. I love that. So when was it filmed? In May?
Last year.
yeah,
Wow, that was a while ago.
Yeah, so watching
You
it
guys
back
had to
was so
wait
weird.
so long for it to come out. Oh my
so painful.
Chomping at the bit. Like
Yeah.
we have like a little group chat and people were like, when do you think it was? We were trying to guess, and I was always like, it's gonna be exactly a year from when we filmed it. It must be exactly a year. And they were like, no, it'll be sooner. I was like, it's not gonna be sooner.
It's crazy because like, I do want to just say though, it's had 9 million streams and 1.4 million viewers. Like it's been a massive hit and like so many people have watched it. Like whenever I bring it up to people, they've watched the show, and I think because it's just so different, I've never seen a show like it, and like it takes you on a journey, and I love the show, as you
Yeah.
guys can tell. I want to know what was the hardest workshop. Because watching it, oh my gosh. It was so awkward sometimes watching it, but I want to know, like, from your guys' perspective, what was the hardest workshop?
It's
I
between
mean-
two for me, but
I think the animal game was pretty hard for a lot of people.
I did not like the animal game. It was one of the ones I was like, No,
Which one
thank
was that
you.
one again?
That's where they were crawling on the floor and like
Oh,
pretending,
yeah.
getting into their like instincts. And I
Yeah.
was very prim and proper, like, no, thank you, appreciate it, but no.
And do you guys all do it, or do you?
It's optional. So they tell us what the thing is and they ask who would like to do it. But you are, like, they encourage you to try it. Like, they're like, it's not scary. Like, everything's fine. Everyone's safe. But if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. And then we got, like, opportunities later down the line to do it if you wanted to, like, oh, you could do it in the
Yeah, there's,
hangout
like,
in less pressure.
Absolutely no pressure to like do
No.
anything.
Oh,
It's like
that's
it's all
good.
very like at your own pace if you feel comfortable.
I would love to know where the workshop, where they got the idea from. Like, how do they, like, I just would love to know, because some of it is just like the slapping of the bum and like, you know, when she's like, and she's like just doing like too much. I'm like, I love it, but I'm just like, I'd love to know, like, where did she invent this? Where did it come from? Like, I'd love that.
Well, they have their own, like, somatica, I think it is,
Yeah.
but like they do this therapy, so it's all from their sessions, but it was on a bigger scale. I don't know if they, but
And
yeah,
she's got quite a big team as well. There's like quite a lot of them, like a lot of therapists as well. And I think obviously for me, like as a viewer watching it, I'm gagged at the fact that like part of the therapy is also like getting intimate with the therapist and like obviously like getting naked with the therapist and like at the end of you guys need to watch it. If you haven't watched it, go freaking watch it. But like if one of the virgins actually loses their virginity on the show, which was amazing to watch. But like I just think that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I think for me, like to have sex, I have to have that like connection. But I think obviously for her, it's more, she's like doing therapy, I guess.
him.
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah. Oh, you mean the cat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah. I think it's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's one of
really-
those.
it's just I think it's just like it's not something you're used like to seeing. So like when you're seeing it there, you're
But they
like,
were so professional about it, and
Oh,
they
they
were
were
like
amazing.
really, really good about it. And you knew it was still therapy, so like it didn't feel like
A real like.
yeah. It was almost like when you doing any kind of therapy and you're like crying to someone like they're your best friend, and then you go out and you're like lovely.
Yeah. You got it all out, and then you left that. feeling
Yeah,
great
like
again.
leave that feeling in the room and stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it was mad because like we didn't know about, because Dave's very private and he's very gentlemanly. So it was like we didn't know until we were off the island, and then we were like, "What you did?"
Oh, so no one knew about it.
Well, it's everyone's therapy was private, and you didn't
Yeah.
have to share if you didn't want to. Obviously, I came out of mine and I was like lesbian, but but it was optional to share. And we used to compare therapy sessions as well, because everyone had different needs. So I just remember you came out of yours and you were like, "Oh, it's like aromatherapy and
yeah, I was
stuff."
like, oh, yeah, I could smell oils and drink tea.
And I've got mascara down here, and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, you was emotional. You made me cry so much watching it.
I was like, they could have cut one of these.
Where are the cameras in these scenes? Where are they? Can you see them? Like,
So there's
is there
some
cameramen in the
stationary
room?
ones. For the most part stationary, and then there are camera people. But when you're having your therapy, because it's private, it's just the stationary ones, and they're like set up so they have a good view. But sometimes you'd hear them go,
Oh, does that
zoom
kind of
in.
ruin the vibe?
and you would be like, you'd just be talking. And it always happened to me when I I always get upset because I'm very high, like I'm emotional as a person. And as soon as I start getting upset, I
You're
just
Cancer.
hear. I'm a fire sign actually, but
Oh.
I'm an Aries, and we're quite like we
Fiery,
feel
yeah.
a lot. Like
Yeah.
we're very whatever we're feeling. There's a lot of it. So. But yeah, the whirring of the cameras, and then when you were out and about, there was people with these massive rigs in the heat as well, and you'd just be like talking to someone, and they're sweating. You're like, "You okay?"
Yeah, because I was wondering, like, when with all these like intense scenes, I'm thinking, like, is there a cameraman watching this? Like, that's why. So that's good that you answered that, because I was questioning it, like, because I couldn't be in therapy with like a cameraman watching what's going on, especially like with the intimate scenes as well.
Yeah, there was like camera people in the group ones, but there was so many people in that room anyway, so it was just extra. But yeah, it was very intimate. They were really, really looked after us, made sure everyone felt comfortable. So
100%.
So the most difficult workshop for you was the animal one.
or the first one, because the first one wasn't the hardest to do, but to sit there and be like,
everyone was like
Yeah.
on edge. Like everyone was like, what the fuck have I signed up for?
I was
like,
nervous laughing.
really thrown into the deep end. It's like we're all just like, yay, and then they were like, oh.
Did you guys know what you signed up for though, or not really?
Oh, well, it depended because they told us what the therapy style was, so you could Google it. But I chose to like just see like kind of a brief Google. I didn't look into it too deeply, so we didn't know what was gonna happen in the sessions, but we kind of had an inkling.
We kind of knew it roughly, but we didn't know like exactly details of what was going to happen.
Wasn't expecting anyone to be thrown up against a wall
Yeah.
and
No.
writhing against each other, but yeah,
No, on it, that was it was so funny, that scene.
Yeah.
Honestly, watching it, gagged.
well, we thought they'd start off gentle, like, handhold, which they did, but they were just like, let's just shock them first.
And everyone was emotional, and then it's so nice seeing at the end as well, like everyone just like finally get comfortable with doing these workshops and stuff. Are you guys virgins now? Is that TMI?
I don't mind saying I still am. I've been dating and things, but for me, like now I've got confidence and I'm not worried about like
yes.
I'm not worried about doing it, if that makes sense. But I now, because I have confidence, I'm like, well, I want to do it with someone I like, and I want to
Honestly.
be with someone that I like when I do it. But I feel like I'm a lot more confident in like pursuing people, which is good.
I love that, because if I could go back in time, I feel like when I lost my virginity at like 15, 2 weeks before I was 16, crazy. And like I lost it because I felt like there was a lot of pressure or like standards. And I think I lost my virginity just to say I lost my virginity. And I feel like if I could go back, I wouldn't have done that. I wish I would have done it with someone that I actually cared about and had that emotional connection with. So yeah, so I think you're doing the right thing, because if I could go back, I so would.
Yeah.
What about you?
I am not.
Oh, exclusive. Is it someone that you're seeing?
I was seeing about
Oh, T.
5 months after the island. I started seeing a guy.
Period.
Yes.
Love that.
Didn't end like well, but
Is someone from the show or like someone? No.
yeah, it happened. And
Were there any romances on the show? Because I know there was a few people like talking.
Yeah.
kind of.
There were, well, you're in an enclosed space with people, and obviously, like, you're the only people for the next, like, 1,000 miles, and, like, you're kind of, everyone was just, like, eyeing each other up, like, well, it's not a dating show, so we went on knowing it wasn't a dating show, and you're there for yourself, but you were still, like, there was,
Yeah.
I feel like they showed, like, one on the show, but there was, like, fizzlers underneath, like, I hope you don't mind, but, like, we had a little
thing.
Really?
yeah.
Oh.
Well, when we met, I thought, like, when we all meet for the first time, you don't know what anyone's like, and I just remember going, "Oh, she's so stuck up."
Oh yeah, because
She was so shy and she wouldn't talk to me, and I thought it was because she thought she was snooty, and then she's not.
did you guys go on the show straight and then came out of it bi? Or
I was bi, and then
You went into the show bi?
I realised that I was just into girls.
Yeah, and I was straight, and then bye.
oh wow.
But we were like this. We were solving puzzle books together and doing everything glued together. And we
Yeah.
watched the show, and I was like, "It looks like I don't even know you."
When was that realization? Like, when did you guys come? When did that happen?
I think it kind of was like a slow build.
Yeah, it was kind of, it built up, and then you came out.
Yeah.
And then we were like, do we want to, is this just because we're in this intense situation? Is this like because we're close friends, or is it like feelings? And we said, we'll wait till we get home. And then we went to Pride together, and we shared a cheeky snog.
Oh, it's period.
And then both burst into tears because we thought we'd ruined the friendship.
Oh.
And we were like, no. But we discussed it, and we were like, we're going to stay friends. But we get a lot of the accusations of, you guys are dating.
Well, I did think it. I was thinking, oh, like, I don't know if, like, I just saw best friends. But then I thought, oh, like, they're sharing a room. Oh, maybe something might happen. I just thought it. I don't know why I thought of
Don't
it.
make it look.
No,
Good.
we're problematic.
I was thinking, oh, maybe there could be something going on there. I don't know. But
We had a conversation on, like, we were FaceTiming each other on one of our very extended FaceTimes for no reason. And I was like, are we accidentally dating? Like, are we doing all of the dating things? I was like, we'll be accidentally married by next year.
It's difficult though, because I feel like, especially with like gay relations and stuff, like I have a lot of gay mates, and like I have definitely been through that phase of like, oh, like, like we start off as friends, then we end up dating, and then I'm like, but then I don't want to ruin that friendship. So that's also like the annoying thing about like gay relationships, because you kind of don't want to ruin that friendship ever, because if you go down the dating route, then it's like difficult to get out of that, and like it just sometimes doesn't turn out well.
Yeah. But, no, we're good.
But so you're dating or not? Just friends for now.
Just friends.
friends.
Just
friends. We every time we were posting like photos, you were texting me, you were going, we look like we're together. I was like, not helping the
Arms
situation.
on each other. And it's like, yeah, we don't make it look like.
We're not helping ourselves.
On the island, are you all living together? Like where does everyone stay? Do you guys all have your own rooms?
So we all had like our own separate like tent things. Don't really know what you call them. They were like
Glamping? Like,
Yeah.
It looked like glamping, like the little
Yeah.
huts.
they were like canvas huts.
And it was all like you had your own hut each.
well, you're going through something so intense. You just need a decompression space. So
Yeah.
they were like, you can all hang out outside, but please don't go into each other's huts. Like, just give yourselves a safe space that's just yours.
Yeah.
And then we always used to have like porch parties. Because the
Oh,
little
cute,
porches with
yeah.
the chairs. So the first night, I was like, I brought a little portable DVD player if anyone wants a movie night. And then we all had porch parties pretty much every night. There was like a little group of people on someone's porch. Like, it was really, really cute.
Yeah, it was fun.
And was there like a workshop every single day? Wow, that's a lot.
Every morning, it was morning workshop. Go to the
Yeah.
hangout, do your one-to-ones, and
So
then an
did they show
afternoon one.
everything then? Was there some workshops that we didn't see?
Oh yeah, some workshops you didn't see.
Yeah.
They filmed so much, and we went through. You've got all of the individual therapy sessions, and you've got like an afternoon therapy session that you saw a few of them, and like an evening one as well. Like they filmed so much, and then
I
it
feel
got
like
cut
I
down to
learned
6
so
hours.
much watching it. Like I've never really seen a vagina up until this show. Like I saw Kat's full on vajazz,
Mm-hmm.
and like the diagram of it as well. Like I didn't even know a vagina had like lips like that. So I learned a lot watching the show.
There's a
It's a
lot
very
there.
educational, and I think even for the guys, like they didn't even know like what the clit was really, or like how to like touch a clit.
Well, the girls had that session as well.
Yeah.
But it was just like they didn't show as much of it on the show, but I think it was just for us to like, know what's going on downstairs, and it was very
It's
educational.
educational. They don't
Yeah.
teach this in school. Like I didn't know what I was doing in school.
No.
So like when you see the diagram and stuff, like it's so. I was learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pulled it out from under the bed, and we were like, whoa.
It was like, here's what we made earlier.
And like even when the guy was showing his penis as well, I was like, I was learning from that, even though I have a penis, but I was still learning from like watching.
Me avoiding eye contact.
I
with
know,
it all the
I know.
time.
You were like,
You were like, I don't want to see that.
Counting lights. I was like, oh, lovely.
But like even like just about like orgasms and things like that, like it was really educational to watch. Did you guys learn a lot from like these sessions?
I thought I did.
Yeah.
And we were saying, like, we were coming out of it. I think you saw one of the lads go, did any of you take notes? We had these little books if we wanted to write anything down. And I was like, I'm too awkward to just write anything. Like, I don't know what to write. I thought it was, like, the kind of stuff that you should be taught in schools, like, when you're older, obviously. Because there's stuff even I didn't know. I was almost like, I'm 29 and I'm watching it and I'm like, why do I not know this?
I didn't know.
How do I not know this? Like... Oh, and then they did the gents one, and if you see all of the girls when the girls were doing the private one, I'm missing because they were like, Dave is gonna bring out his like penis, and we're gonna talk about that. So Taylor, if you want to, I was out that door. I was like, thanks guys, bye.
Not for me.
And I ran after the lads, and I was like, lads.
How did you find that?
I think it definitely there needs to be more education on like the whole subject. So
100%.
yeah, like
I feel like they teach you in schools just like how to make a baby, and this is a guy, this is when, this is what happens. But like in terms of like sex education, like, I didn't know what I was doing when I first had sex. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. So these shows are really important for like the education. So they need to definitely teach stuff like this. Well, I don't know. Can they teach stuff like that in schools?
I feel like not maybe the whole like physical side of it,
This
like
is
the
how
we
you do
did.
a blowjob. Like no.
But with
Yeah.
I think that just showing the diagrams and being like realistic about it, and talking about pleasurable sex as well as just the, bodily function part of it, because there's so many people who go out and get hurt and have these horrible first experiences and then regret it later because they didn't know anything, and the education didn't stop. Like we went home, we got like, they were like, if you want to read anything, here's like a little reading list, and then we have these FaceTimes, and I feel like we're always teaching each other new things. I had to explain dental dams to Jason, and he was like, what's a dental dam?
What is a dental dam?
So it's
I don't even know what that is.
it's like a sheet of like what condom material's made out of, and it's for lesbian safe sex, so that you can put it over the genitalia and you like lick the sheet as opposed to the direct contact, so that they feel the same, but it prevents like STD transmission, and you like, it's for boys and girls, but like it's more of like a prevention thing to stop you from getting like anything, oral herpes or anything like that. But nobody tells you about this, and
I had
nobody
no idea
talks
what that
about
was. What the hell?
safe lesbian sex.
So a massive part of the show for me, which had me like literally like I couldn't watch, was the Zach and Kat episode. Did you guys watch that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I couldn't even watch that. That was so. It was. Me and my best friend were like literally on our sofa, like, oh my god, crawled up, like, this is crazy. Because he went into it like so confident that he was gonna like have sex, and then he came out of it and obviously didn't have sex, but that was a lot. What was that like living obviously around that?
It was private sessions. We had no idea.
Yeah.
When the
Oh, I thought
teaser
you
came
told
out,
everyone.
he kind of mentioned it, but like briefly.
Yeah, really kind of roughly, like.
And you don't know what's happened, because he was just like, oh, it was like not great. And like, we were like, what do you mean not great? And he said, just not great. And then when the teaser came out for the episode before, we got so many messages going, what happened? What happened?
That
We were like,
teaser was, that had me gagged.
and we were like, we don't know. We want to see too. But it was a bit, I think it was good to discuss it, because I think he was so excited, and that was clearly what the issue was, is that he just wanted to skip to the main part, and that's what Kat was trying to provide, the therapy part beforehand.
It's all a process.
I think it is a process, and it's different for everyone, and he says that he's learned a lot from it, and I think that's all you can ask, is like, it's an educational experience, and he did it in a safe space with somebody who's a professional who knows how to guide people through, so it was handled really, really well. And yeah, it was just about watching it, like seeing everyone's sessions. Dave didn't tell us about any of his sessions, and I'm watching all of these like, he said nothing.
Yeah. No, it was good to get to see it all, 'cause I'm like, oh, what happened?
Like, what was going on with everyone's sessions? Oh my
So
lord.
nosy. I was so nosy.
I'd be asking loads of questions.
We were asking when people came back, like, do you want to talk about your session? Do you want to talk about that? And some people were like, yeah, and some people were like, no, it's okay.
Did you leave the experiment with more confidence?
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Oh, I love that.
Absolutely.
So it really helped you guys.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
What's like the biggest thing you would say that you've learned from the experience?
I mean, I think for me, it was just be myself. I think because like it's so hard nowadays. Like you're constantly comparing yourself to others, and like you're trying to be someone you're not to like fit in with the standards and stuff. And it's like it just makes you miserable, and it's not good for anyone. It's like you just need to be yourself, embrace yourself, and who cares what others think.
Period. Say it louder.
And then for me, I think confidence is a lot of things, but like I had a chat quite early on in the show that you saw where I felt like I was too much, because I am a lot. Like I'm tall, I'm loud, and I like I chat, very chatty and things like that. And I just sometimes felt like I was in being too much, and I felt like people didn't like that about me. And then I kind of got the confidence to be like, you know what, this is who I am, and this is what I need to do for me. And yeah, if they don't like it, they can lump it. Like it's, you go and find someone that you do like and hang out with them. But like, I feel like since that's happened, the friendships I've had have gotten like better. I'm closer with a lot of people. I'm more honest to myself, and I'm a lot happier in myself. But yeah, it was really just strange to come out with the experience feeling totally changed, and then just going back to life. And be
Yeah,
like,
I could imagine. But like, what do you feel like made you feel that way? Because like, would you say like school?
I think so. Like for me, there was an incident, and I'm positive this lad will not remember saying this to me.
But things in your childhood though stick with you forever. Do you know what I mean?
It was actually our sex education in a Catholic school was like mixed with RE, and
It was
like
in a Catholic school.
I went to Catholic school, so I was like, I just remember I was in an RE section. I was sat next to this guy, and then we were talking about everyone starting to date each other. And I turned to him and I went, in all seriousness, like, why do you think I've not been asked out? Like, why do you think I'm single? Clearly gay. But he turned to me and he went, I was like, do you think it's like the way I look or anything like this? And he went, it's not your looks, it's more your personality. And I don't think he meant it to be cruel.
Yeah.
But it really stuck
Shut you
with
down.
me.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, like I wasn't interested in him or anything, but I was like, just as a friend, honest opinion, what do you think it is? He was like, more your personality. And I was just like, like worse somehow.
Yeah, and did that stick with you?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Like, do you feel like that stuck with you? Like maybe with meeting new people, like you always probably felt like, oh, am I too much? Am I doing too much now? I get you. I get what you mean. I kind of relate to that. Like feeling like, am I doing too much? And like try turn it down a little bit.
Yeah. Do I like hide myself a little bit more? Like, do I to make other people comfortable? Like, kind of thing like that. And yeah. Not a great feeling, but now I'm a lot more myself, and I get a lot of compliments for it, and they're like, oh, you're so like happy all the time.
I think it's the best thing, like
Yeah.
just owning who you are and like just being yourself. Like I love it. It's a beautiful thing. And for you, is there anything like you feel like that made you? Was it school as well?
I think it was a lot of things like in my childhood. Like I was bullied my whole school life, from like primary school to high school. So that kind of knocks you down a bit. And then my dad leaving me, kind of finding a new family, that's kind of like makes you feel a bit abandoned and you're like, am I not good enough?
Yeah.
Kind of what's wrong with me? And then in high school, I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which kind of made me feel really isolated. I lost a lot of friends because of that.
Wow.
Yeah. When I was in hospital, they were like, oh, we just kind of started hanging out more and now we're closer. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, I'm sitting in hospital, like,
I can't believe you'd lose
life-changing.
friends over that.
Yeah.
That's like so horrible.
I think all of that kind of made me just feel like really like I need to try and fit in more, and like nobody likes me. It's like it's my fault. Like I need to change myself to try and fit in. So like a lot of that was just kind of put me in a not a really good place.
Yeah, no, I kind of get that. I feel like as well that would like social skills wise, that would make me struggle to like connect with people if that's like how you've been brought up.
Oh yeah, like I had like in high school, I had really really intense anxiety to the point where like I couldn't leave the house.
Oh, wow.
Like I was like even leaving the front door, I'd have panic attacks. Just I was so scared of everything.
Like from like just school and stuff.
Yeah, just from like everything that went on. Like I felt so like isolated and like judged and stuff. I was like, I'm just gonna hide away. And then obviously like me hiding away made it worse. So like I couldn't do anything. I had to have someone with me all the time.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah.
That's really sad. Well, you're doing amazing now.
Yeah, I'm top of the world now. Like
That's good.
I mean, I'm solo traveling now, and it's like
Where are you traveling to?
I'm just back from Turkey.
Period.
Yeah, so
Love
I'm
that.
like, but like I'm planning more trips. It's like I could never have dreamed of doing anything like that before.
Oh, so what would you say to those buddies now?
Fuck you.
Period. Yes. And do you know what's amazing about the show as well? You guys found each other.
Yeah,
Isn't that just like,
it's
you
so
wouldn't have met
nice.
each other?
No, that's mad, isn't it?
I always
know.
think about this, about these shows, that you never would have like really crossed paths if it wasn't for this TV show.
Yeah, you think like a year ago we didn't know each other, and now we're just like everyone's so close and we're so close, and like it's so crazy.
Yeah, it's mad.
Are you guys going to go anywhere nice soon, do you think? You've just come back from somewhere.
I came back from a holiday with Charlotte. Actually, we went to Marseille.
Oh, Lord.
It was lovely and warm, and I'm burnt underneath this, but it was really really nice. I think we're going to go see Chapel in August. Yeah.
Where?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
She's going to be in Edinburgh. I feel like I'm going to come.
We're going with Pia as well. So you
Oh
can
my
come.
gosh. Chapel Rowan.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. I have to be there. What has been like the general feedback from like the public, would you say, from watching the show? Like, because I feel like it's been a bit mixed opinions.
Are we talking like initial? Because the first episode they were like, they're vulnerable and all autistic.
Yeah.
And we were sending each other like the reaction videos people were doing on TikTok of them watching it. We sent them to each other. We still send each other clips and we're like, look at this person. Like it's great, but I think more positive than I thought.
Yeah, I think initially there was a lot of like less positive, not so much negative, but people like not really understanding.
The show,
But like as the episodes came out, there was a lot of support and positivity around it.
There was a lot of they're forcing these virgins to have sex on an island, and we were like, that's not quite what it is. Have you watched the episode? No, I wouldn't watch anything so disgusting. I'm like, well, you might want to.
No, I'm like telling my mum, please watch it. She's like, no, I can't. And I'm like, no, you have to watch it because it takes you on a friggin' journey.
You'll have to clip it for us.
I know, yeah. I think just skip the sexual bits. But other than that, like I loved it. I think it's so good. I can't wait for season 2. What would you say to anyone that's gonna go on the show for next series?
You're in for a wild ride.
2 weeks of therapy.
I was like, yeah, it's therapy. I was like, feel like everyone's like, oh, it must be so amazing and like all of this. I'm like, it's therapy. It's so intense. Like, be prepared to cry, feel emotions, and like put in the work as well, because it's not just going to lose your virginity. It's going to discover you more than anything else. I think everybody had a bit of self-discovery moment.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you guys both came out on the show. Well, yeah. I think you both did. Have you been to Pride yet?
So we went last year, but I haven't booked one for this month, and I feel like I should have thought ahead and booked myself one in, but I had like a holiday planned, and then I just didn't think to book anything in. So I'm trying not to miss Pride, but it's speeding past me, so I need to.
There's a London Pride coming soon.
I know, but it's getting up and down and everything like that, and I've got a little bunny at home, and she's all by herself.
So, have you been to any Prides yet?
Just the one last year. Yeah, we all went together.
What Pride was that?
London. We did a London
Wow,
Pride.
you did a London Pride. What do you think of the London Pride?
Great, I loved it.
Did you? I prefer, so there's Manchester Pride, Brighton Pride. My favourite one, Brighton Pride, is so good you have to go, because they basically make it into like a massive theme park. And it's like, it's just like, it feels like you're actually like at like a festival, whereas I feel like London, like you're just kind of having fun on the streets, which is fine, but like I feel like it kind of ends quite quick, the London Pride.
Yeah.
So you need to go to Brighton Pride. That's on your
We do.
bucket
So are
list.
they like, you have to be this queer to ride? Like,
I think so. No, but it's like those actual rides there. And I'm like, oh my God, I loved it. Because I went last year, no, not last year, 2 years ago with Elf, and I had so much fun. It was like one of my first proper prides.
but Charlotte keeps on inviting us down to like Brighton Pride, and we need to take her
You
up on
need to
it.
go.
We do.
It's the best pride. Honestly, Brighton Pride is the best one. I like Manchester because they have like Village. And like that's where like everyone just goes out like in Manchester for like the gay parties and stuff. But Village is fun, but Brighton Pride is where it's at. You've got to buy tickets and stuff to get in as well. I know. It's not like you can just like walk around.
That's
like,
when you know it's good. When
yeah,
they're like, oh,
and they have like I think when I went, Christina Aguilera was performing, and I think last year it was Kesha. So they've had some really good people performing.
Who's this year?
I know. I don't know who this year is. Are you guys going to any festivals this year?
We're gonna go see Chapel,
Chapel.
but I think is that just its own thing. She is a
Yeah.
festival. She's a festival all by
It's
herself.
like the Edinburgh Summer Sessions.
Is it a festival or is it our own concert?
I think it's like our own concert, but it's like they have the summer sessions, so like each night is like a different artist kind of thing. So we're going on the chapel night.
That's fun. I want to ask a question about the 2 main therapists from the show. How long have they been doing that for? Do you know?
Danielle and Celeste, I actually don't. I didn't ask.
A while.
A while.
A long time.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a while. Because we were looking at photos of them when we got home. We were like immediately on everyone's social
Yeah,
media
I
trying to
would
find
have
the
as well.
therapist. And we were like, oh, look how different they look. Like they're like before Danielle was a blonde, and we were like, learning new things, watching the videos that they've got on their site and stuff like that. We were like, oh my God,
Yeah,
they're
because
so
they have an
different.
office in LA. So they have an office like everywhere, but like their main one is in LA, and like they actually like do therapy for like couples, celebrities, like loads of people, for like anyone that like just need that help in the bedroom or just need that like support, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like I was watching because I did a podcast with Anna and Mandy from have you watched that? podcast yet or not?
I was watching like loads of clips, so I'm trying to desperately remember which one it was. But what was it about?
They were just basically talking about like how they got into it and stuff and how the show came to them. And it was just like basically saying how like obviously like the show just was, they put the idea to them and they were straight away like, yeah, love it. But for them it was their first ever time like filming anything like this. So it was just amazing to watch just because like it's just, I love it.
Yeah. Oh, I can't imagine what it must have been like for the therapists.
Oh, yeah.
Like getting a bunch of virgins who are like really uptight and don't want to do anything, and they were just like, okay, well, now we have to help these people.
I know.
But we made them all
Even the
cry.
surrogate as well. I'm like, that's a job role.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah,
And there was only 2.
I know. Well, yeah, there was. And was it only one person that lost their virginity on the show?
Yeah. I think it was always on the, like, you could work towards it and it was on the cards for everyone. But I just think, I think give me another couple of days and I would have been on the,
been on the list.
I'd have been like, yay. But I think I just hit my stride and I was like, oh, I'm really confident now. I can go home. I've got something to take with me. But yeah, it was on the cards for everyone. I think it was like, we were all very aware of it, which is why I burst into tears upon meeting Andre, because I was like, it's a man.
But then you had sessions with Kat as well.
I love them. They were great.
Yeah, I feel like that's when that you really like just relax into the room because that can be quite intimidating.
Definitely was. My first one, I'm sat like, like, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
But she was really lovely, very patient, and like, honestly, just great.
Because there's so many therapists. Do they all do something different? What do they each do? Like just roughly, not like each person.
Joy is more like a energy kind of like.
You can tell,
She did a lot of work.
She's
with
very like
Jason.
energy and spiritual.
And she's very like, Jason always says like she's very like physical. She likes to like hug and she's very tactile, and which was great for Jason because he got.
I had a session with her. It wasn't on camera, but like it was on camera, but it wasn't in the show. But it was a lot of just like finding your space in a room and like feeling that energy and bringing that energy in and stuff. It was all like kind of about that kind of like.
And then who else I did a lot of sessions with Kat. She's a little spoon and she loves to cuddle. That's the one thing I came away with. I was like, this therapist loves cuddling. Like we just spent half the sessions cuddling. Danielle is like, she likes to sit with you and just talk, like, and like make sure like it's very more vocal. Same with Celeste as well. And they kind of get to know you and get to know what it is that you need and really tailor everything to you. Deva was very like in tune with like the elements in the world, and like he's very into his like the meanings. He was the fire thing where we burnt things. He loved that. He was obsessed with that. It was great. He was so positive. And then you've got Tama. I didn't have any sessions with Tama. Did you?
No.
I think Pia had obviously that one, and he's like more about the confidence inside things, but they were all so lovely and unique. And Aisha's very body positivity, and she was the only English one as well, I think.
Yeah,
because
I
Aisha
loved
was
her.
from London.
I loved her on the show. She was great. I loved when she was just powerful. Do you know what I mean? And when she was like having her one-to-ones, and like when people were like leaving the room, they just came out of that feeling just so great. Loved her. Yeah, she was the only British one. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just remember when we all went on our little dates. I'd just come out and I was like, oh, I wonder if I've messed up the numbers because it was all boy girl, and I was like, will they bring a sacrificial lesbian to the island to go and date with me? And I feel bad, like, and then
surrogate date.
Yeah, they were like, well, you've not had any sessions with Aisha, so we're going to put you and Aisha on a date because it'll be your first time officially like meeting and like spend time together. So I was like, okay, wonderful. But we had a nice little date, and then Ben volunteered to have a date with a therapist as well, so it was cute. Really enjoyed it.
Are you guys dating now?
Huh?
Are you guys dating now?
Oh, me and Aisha, yeah, we're not. No, I keep on getting ghosted.
Oh, well,
yeah,
fuck them.
I know, but I've been on a couple of dates.
Happens a lot though, don't worry.
Happens a lot.
Happens a lot. People just ghost. It's not you, it's just them.
No, I think it's just the pressure because people feel so much pressure with everything. And yeah, I used to be a ghoster, and now I'm trying actively not to be.
I still am. I still am. I mean, and I also do get ghosted too. But it just depends. Like, are you on Tinder and Hinge and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Same. What do you like more?
Out of them, Tinder.
Tinder, I love Tinder. You can keep swiping.
Yeah.
Hinge gives you a limit, which is annoying. But Tinder, I just love you can just, it's like swiping which ones you like.
We sometimes Tinder as a group. We get up on the FaceTime and we're like Tindering together.
Screen sharing, like, over the fun.
There's also like, gay guys have a Grindr. There's like a lesbian one, right?
I think it's called Her.
Her, yeah, have you been on Her?
I don't like it.
Oh.
I tried it and it was okay.
Is it literally like
It's just the
Grindr,
same
like
people
hookup
who are on
vibes?
Tinder.
Oh.
It's just the same. People use the same pictures. People do all that. And I'm like, I just matched with you on Tinder, so why would I match with you on here? I don't. It has a different vibe. I think they all have different vibes. I think I probably do need to try like a more serious one than Tinder because Tinder's very flippant. And you're like, it's a game.
Yeah, it's true. But it's also like as well, like I feel like the gay world is so small. When you start seeing the same faces, that's when you know it's
There's
a small
lot
world.
of men on the lesbian ones.
What?
Yeah, like that's like when we screen share and we like online
Are they
date.
allowed on these apps?
Well, there's nothing really stopping them.
That's
You just
true.
don't swipe right, I guess. But I'll be swiping even on Tinder, and I'll be like,
Why is there
we'll
a
be
guy
like,
coming up?
yay, no, yay, hello, Michael, like, da, 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 da. And it's like you get you get everyone on there, but it's always some dude bro who clearly has their settings set wrong.
Yeah,
and they were
for
like,
sure.
I'm looking for a woman. It's like, what are you? And they're like, I'm looking for a woman, and I'm just like, you've made an error here, Steve. Have you noticed that you're not getting very many matches?
Anyways, my love, do you guys have a question for me? Oh my god, I love your laces.
Thank you.
They're cute, little pride laces. Before we finish, do you guys have a question for me? I always ask everyone, do you guys have a question for me? Ask away.
So obviously you say you've watched the show.
Yeah.
What did you get out of the show?
I got out of the show, I think, confidence, owning my body and being more confident with who I am. Because I feel like there's such a standard out there of like how you're meant to look, especially in the gay world and just in general. I left that show feeling so much more confident and owning who I am, I think. I know, yeah, I really I left that show like confident. I loved it.
I think it's the one thing we all wanted was that someone else would benefit from our not suffering, but like our like awkwardness would help people, and it has. But it's
100%. You like it's definitely going to be helping like other people that like are virgins and just don't really know like how to like. I feel like when you're in that situation, you don't really know like how to like interact with people sometimes. So that show will definitely help for sure. Thank you so much for coming on
you
the
so much for
pod.
having me.
Make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.